Why? Oh, because of the thing.
Yeah,
No, I'm in a little like studio.
you're in a little studio?
I'm in a little studio in a
Like your
disclosure.
studio apartment or somebody's studio?
Um, it's mine, but I share it with other people. It's not like
Okay.
a living situation.
Oh, it's like a workspace?
Exactly.
Oh, that's cool.
hmm
What do you guys do there?
Dude, we just jerk each other off.
No, really, what do you guys work there?
Some of us record, huh? Some of us record podcasts here. I come here to like be in between, just like mics and just hit like just
Uh-huh.
write or just chill.
Uh-huh.
And I do eventually want to start my own podcast, like every other
Uh-huh.
human being. I want
Yeah.
to do that because it's fun.
Yeah, 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 it is. It is. Okay. Oh, that's cool. I like
Yeah,
that. It's like a communal workspace.
it is. But no one's ever really here. Someone might be here, but they're like in the other room. So.
Oh, wow.
If you
Interesting.
hear them, I'll go in there and I'll tell them to shut the fuck up. I'll yell at
Okay.
them.
Okay. Shit.
I'll get, I'll get this.
Oh my
That's why we
God.
have this.
Oh, it's a weapon.
Yeah, it's not a tool.
So you guys work there. You guys also stretch out your back there for alignment purposes.
This thing's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you try it out? Why don't you try it out
Should
right
I get
now?
on? Should I get on this?
Yeah, try it. I'll watch.
All right.
Oh shit. That looks scary.
You,
My
you
dad
make sure
has one.
you make sure you call 911
Okay.
because the person who built this, like, you hear the you hear the jingle jangle.
Yeah, it doesn't sound stable.
It's not. All right,
Oh
here we
boy.
go.
Oh, I'm worried. Okay. Good luck.
It's on your hands. You just lift up your hands and
Wow.
yeah.
Holy shit. Wow. Very good.
He's not here. All right. You'll see this later if this is recording.
Wow.
We call her Bertha.
Bertha.
Bertha the backbreaker.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I have no idea what that's for. Does it help? Do you feel different afterwards? Like, do you feel different now?
It's to get you high. It makes the blood rush to your head immediately, and it doesn't feel good at all. Your back actually hurts more after you use it, to be honest.
Yeah, my dad had one. I went away for college. I came home, and suddenly that was there. And I was like, "What
Damn.
is this?" And he was
And it
like
took
getting
some
on it.
minutes to assemble, so I mean, your dad loves you.
I I, I don't understand the purpose of it.
It's
Uh,
to stretch. Look at
okay.
this. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
you do work on there. You could do work on there. That's where I write most of my jokes.
Oh yeah. You feel the jokes coming to you as the blood rushes to your head.
Yeah, I write my jokes upside down
Oh
and just
wow.
let it go.
That's good.
Yeah.
Who else do you share that space with?
I will not disclose their names. This is about me. This is about
That's
me
that's true. That's true. So you're
and
thinking about
you
doing a
and,
podcast
and K drama and the
in
K drama
K-drama
school.
school. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're really thinking about doing a podcast. What would your podcast like? What would the gimmick be?
I like the internet. I love seeing shit on the internet, and I go to the darkest parts of the web. Like I have this idea of people that unsung viral heroes, you know, because sometimes in my Instagram there'll be someone that pops up and it'll be like a person with like 3 likes on their video, and it's so awkward. And I love that stuff. And I'm like, these are supposed to be viral people. So I would probably like look at the internet and talk about it because it's hilarious. I love
Okay.
it.
So it
I
would be a
mean,
visual thing.
I definitely do video. Yeah.
Mm, okay.
And
Yeah,
just react to stuff. I love that shit, you know?
so it's like counterculture in a way. It's sort of counterculture, like counter
Yeah,
fame kind of thing.
I'm gonna be the Bob Dylan of YouTube. Counterculture, peace and love, but also funny cat videos and stuff like that. You know.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I see that. I'm down with that. And you would just do this on your own, or you would have a co-host?
No, I'll do it on my own, but then maybe have like a
Oh,
guest once in a while because I mean it's a cool space.
it is interesting. So you would do it by yourself.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. And you would just like riff on it,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
celebrating how awesome it is.
yeah. I did do a podcast like once, and then I didn't like it. Like I didn't like the audio. It was only audio, so I
Uh-huh.
wanted to add like video to it, but I
Uh-huh.
never knew how to do that. And now I'm kind of a little more uh, up to the technology.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
We'll see how it goes.
More confidence. Okay. Okay.
How long you been doing this one?
Just over a year now. Started last year, January, so
Cool.
over a year now. Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking about stopping though.
No, after this episode, you probably will.
This is my last episode.
This is gonna
Yeah.
yeah, this is gonna go viral. That clip of me on the inversion.
I don't know if I want to continue just because it's a lot of work and like this platform is like something I pay a monthly fee for and
Mm.
like I don't have a sponsorship yet. I used to have like an anchor sponsorship, but that ended. And that one it was like I made like $1 for every 1,000 listens or something. And
Oh my
it
god.
was just like not conducive to any kind of, you know. So
No.
yeah, I'm thinking of either quitting, like shutting it down, or transferring it onto Patreon and having people just pay for it.
Yeah, I love how transparent you are on this too. You know, because it's
Yeah,
like the people should see the ongoing process of like,
yeah,
shit, man. I don't even know if I
yeah,
should keep doing it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The people ought to know. Yeah,
The
yeah,
people ought to know.
yeah. And a podcast is all about transparency, right? It's all about
Yeah.
the background stuff, and uh, yeah, it's not like TV or radio where you have to pre-produce and
What's the opacity of
the
your
the opacity.
the
Yeah.
opacity
Uh-huh.
of your podcast? Is it at 100? Like they see through, or they see it clearly, or is it like at zero? Like they see nothing. You tell
They
it all.
s I kinda do, but,
You're
like,
an open
especially
book.
especially when I first started, I was so full of, like, self-doubt and anxiety around doing a podcast at all.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you struggle with this at all, but I struggle with this constantly, which is, like, you know, do I even matter? Like, does my voice even matter? Like, which is like
Yeah.
counterintuitive to being a stand-up, but like at least with a set when we're doing stand-up, we have a purpose. Like the goal is the punchline and to get the laughs. Like we know what our role is there. But with something like a podcast where it's just you talking, it's like, it was struggling with that a lot. So I would talk about that like literally in the first like 30 episodes of this
Yeah.
podcast is me just grappling with that struggle.
Like your listeners are probably just on this journey of self acceptance with you. They're like
uh
waiting till the next episode where they're just like, when
yeah,
is she gonna know we love this? Because people are like doing, dude,
yeah,
like I'm doing nothing at home, and I'm just like, I'll be watching somebody restore a 1930s pasta maker,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that person was probably restoring stuff and was like, no one ever wants to watch this, but it's like those videos have like millions of views, so like people want to watch everything and
mm-hmm,
anything, you know what I
mm-hmm,
mean?
mm-hmm,
So if you're saying like, oh, my voice or my content or whatever it is doesn't matter, it's like for someone it has to. There's so many people on this earth. It's gonna hit with someone,
yeah.
and
And
I like yeah. And I seen your stuff. You're funny. to not just
Mhm.
some people, but like a lot of people.
Mhm.
And that's probably why stand up comics like doing that more than they like doing online stuff. Personally, me, I love the
Yes.
instant gratification
Mhm.
of like hearing
Mhm.
laughter. Like if
Yeah.
I post something online, I have to wait a day
I know.
or two to
Drives me
see
crazy.
if
Yeah.
yeah, and then I'm like, oh man, dude, it probably wasn't funny, and then I'm deleting it, and
Yeah.
then it's just
Exactly.
stupid.
The mind fuck of
Yeah,
the aftermath of having put out your creation and like seeing whether or not people are liking it or even watching it. It's like
you're
such a
tearing up right now.
struggle.
You're tearing
No,
up right now.
my right eye tears up all the
'Cause
time.
I'm tearing up right now too.
No, I have to keep a box of tissues here because I tear up all the time whenever I laugh, like my right eye starts tearing up.
Uh-huh.
So, but I have cried on this podcast like 3 times. Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Opacity.
yeah. The op-
Opacity.
the opacity. Man, how long have you are you from you're not from SoCal, are you? Are you from SoCal?
Yeah.
You are.
Hmm.
I think we talked about this because you have a very East Coast vibe.
Forget about it.
But you have
I,
family in Jersey, right?
I do.
Mm,
And then I lived in the Bay Area for a while.
that's what it is. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I love that. I loved it over there.
Yeah. Did you start comedy
No.
up in the Bay Area?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Well, they're great comics up there.
Yeah, I started in San Francisco, and everybody there was really chill. Like I can't think of like one person there that like I didn't enjoy hanging out with, you know.
Yeah.
But
So
that's
you
because it's such a smaller. It's a smaller city.
smaller
Bigger
city.
city, you're gonna
Mhm.
run into people that you're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
they're giving this guy stage time. Really?
Uh, so do you know Zach Chapeloni?
Yes, that guy's cool.
Love Zach.
He has a funny podcast.
Oh, I think he's so funny. I think he is like, he fucking kills me. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he. I'm like, yeah, no. I'm trying to think of his podcast name, but he does his podcast, and they're like
Hesby Street.
Hesby Street. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It used to be like all of them during pandemic when they were in quarantine. They
Coughing
were
on
like
each other.
they were all living together and they were all doing it together. And now it's just down to him and Torio.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
A few people from like the Bay Area moved to LA
Ah.
when that class or whatever
Mm-hmm.
of
Mm-hmm.
comics.
That generation of comics.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
It's that's like the big move for like a lot of people like starting comedy. Like is like, do you do New York or LA?
Mm-hmm. And why did you choose LA? Because it was closer?
This was closer, and I lived here before.
Oh, you
So
know it. Yeah.
yeah. Wait, what about you?
Well, I'm from New York. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm from New
And how'd you
York.
like that?
It was a difficult transition. And
You're,
I didn't start stand up until I moved to LA.
did you
Like
drive over there?
I drove from New York to here. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, but did you drove in New York?
I had a car at times. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I mostly took public transportation cuz
Oh,
it's
there you go.
easier. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why? Why are you asking me about driving in New York? It's funny.
because I was like, I feel like the biggest transition for people because you're Asian. No, because like the biggest transition for people from New York to
Yeah.
California is like transportation, and like most people like from the East Coast are like, man, I don't like driving. I don't like traffic. And I agree with them. Because like when you're on this transportation, you could do stuff. You could read, you could
It's
write, you could
true.
be on your phone. So
That's absolutely true. I have missed many subway stops because I was reading
yeah.
intensely. But now it's like nobody's really reading on trains. Like everybody's on their phones, looking at
Sure.
videos, watching movies. As soon as I got like the iPod that had like video, um options, because you used to just have
Oh
iPod,
yeah, I remember
and then
watching movies on that
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. But like before, like you could only do music, and then one day iPod said you can now watch movies.
Yeah.
So I had downloaded The Office, and I would be
Oh
watching
my
The
god,
Office on my iPod,
nonstop.
and it just I stopped reading after that. Who the fuck would read after they
Yeah,
have
me
the video
too.
access, right? I
And it's right
mean,
there in your hand.
yeah, yeah,
You have to carry
uh,
a whole book,
yeah. No,
and you
but
would
that
miss.
is true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would miss stops because I was reading or absorbed in a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I would miss stops too, but not because of reading, because I was passed out
Yeah, that too. That's
on a
happened to me
Sunday.
many
Yeah,
yes. Happened to me
and
many
then like,
times.
and then one time the it happened two times, but like the conductor, the
Oh,
driver had to
whoa.
wake me up, and
Oh
he was
my
like, "Dude, we're done. We're at
get
the end of the line."
get the fuck off. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I gotta
Unless you
go
want
home.
to downtown, because I lived in the very last part of San Francisco. Like this is like the
Oh,
city, and then this is like
yeah.
ocean, and then it's like 2 a.m.
Oh,
I'm leaving comedy, and I'm taking the train there, and there's like
shit.
everybody's getting out of the train, and I'm the last one to be on it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, but I was towards the end anyways, so like I missed my stop by 5, and that was like the fifth stop was the end, and the
Whoa.
conductor's like, "Hey, dude, it's done. Your life is done. You're sleeping on a train. Get out of here."
Wait, so the bar would run 24 hours? It would run till really late?
No, the Muni.
Oh, the Muni. I don't even know what that is. See, I know nothing. I don't know anything about that
The,
world.
the BART is like the Bay Area, like it goes from Berkeley, Oakland, San Francisco, but then Muni is like the city, San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah, the BART for like people like it's like the same shit.
Okay.
Uh, but the subway would go on. The subway, some of them would go on for 24 hours, but they
Oh,
would be
okay.
like longer gaps. You'd have to wait for like
Oh,
a
yeah.
train for like 45
Mhm.
minutes or something.
Yeah, that's the same in
There
New
was like
York.
there was like late night buses, but they would have like huge gaps between them.
Mm,
Yeah. Those
yeah.
are always the
Uh,
weirder rides too, man.
yeah, they are. And they're a little dangerous.
They
Uh
are.
I
Yeah.
would I would always be like passed out on the train, like late at night. I would, if I didn't have enough cab money, which was like almost always because I would always be drinking it away. Because in New York, people drink a lot. I don't know if they drank a lot in the Bay Area, but in New York, everybody's a drunk.
Yeah.
And I would be smashed and then just on the train. And I would be at the last stop too, like at the tip of Manhattan in Inwood. And I would be like, just be sleeping. And
Yeah.
yeah, I would notice, I would wake up when the train had stopped moving.
Yeah. Just
Like
like
full stop, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'm home."
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the
yeah.
alarm. And then
I understand.
I don't see it that much in LA,
Yeah.
but day drinking was such a big thing.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
there was a park. There is a park. You go to Mission,
Yeah. I know that park, the big one,
Dolores,
the hilly
Dolores,
one. I
yeah,
love that
Dolores
park.
Park. I think it's
So
called Dolores
beautiful.
Park.
It's
And people
beautiful,
like
yeah.
it's like smoke. People are drinking there. Everyone
Yeah,
like 80% of the people there are drunk,
yeah, yeah,
and it's so much fun.
yeah, yeah,
Day
and
drinking
it's a
is
beautiful
so
park.
weird. It is a beautiful park, but when you're drunk as fuck, I mean,
And there are all these, like, little sandwich shops around there, and you could, like,
yeah,
buy sandwiches and go and eat there. Yeah, I love that area.
the food there is really good too.
Oh my god, that area. Okay, I had the best burrito of my life in
Oh,
Mission.
Mission. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I forget the name of the place.
Was it a
Like,
cornered one?
uh-huh, corner, and they had this salsa there. They had this one salsa. I've never had salsa that delicious in my entire fucking life. And after I had that salsa there, I was like, this is the best burrito and best salsa I've ever had in my entire life. And I couldn't stop thinking about it. And then during
Oh,
quarantine, I ordered their salsa online. I
oh
ordered
damn.
I ordered 3 jars, but the shipping and handling was $15. And
The
I
jars were
s
like what?
$5
$3?
each.
Yeah,
$5 each. So I paid like double.
30.
Yeah, $30. And I was like, it's worth it. It's that delicious. I forget the name. It was like Polette, or I don't know. It was like
Is
really
it
fucking
across the
good though.
street of a bookstore? Because I remember that I forget what it's called, but it's like
Maybe,
Jalisco burritos.
maybe, but it's definitely on a corner. 100% is on a corner. Kind of like a main street ish kind of thing. And
Uh,
it was the best burrito I've ever had in my entire
the
life.
Some of the best salsa I had is this green salsa from Del Taco.
Mm.
There's a green sauce from Del Taco, and it comes in the ramen. It's not in the bag because they have
Oh,
to get it separately. And every
oh,
time I go to Del Taco at 2 a.m. and I ask the lady,
yeah.
"Hey, may I have some green sauce?" She always does this. She goes, "Ah, all right," and then
Oh,
she goes
wow.
back there spitefully and comes back
Oh,
with green sauce.
it's like
And
a thing.
it's they always get pissed off for me
Well,
asking about the
it
green sauce because it
puts them
doesn't come
out.
in a bag.
Ah, okay.
They
It's like
have to go
convenient.
to the chef
They have
or
to put it in the
whatever the
thing.
guy.
The chef.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the cocinero. Yeah, that's what they call them because it's this Mexican restaurant. And Del Taco, I'm talking to you guys because they're watching, and I want them to know that I appreciate the green sauce without the attitude. That's,
Yeah. Uh,
that's your
El
job.
Pollo El
Your
Pollo
job.
Loco also has very, very delicious salsa verde.
Really?
The green. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. When I go there, and they have it in like a thing, you have to put it in a ramekin. So whenever I go to El Pollo Loco, I get like five, and I take it with me. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's good.
It's good shit. It's good shit. Green salsa. Green salsa is like, yeah. When it comes to
Yeah.
what kind of salsa would I get? Red or green? I would always say green. Always.
Always green, because I know what red tastes like. I know what it tastes like. It's always tasted the same.
Yeah.
Spicy. That's the only thing. But then you get into some green sauce and like, oh, this might be an avocado variation,
Yeah.
or this
Yes.
might be serrano or jalapeno. There's so many.
Mm.
Forget the red sauce, and I think
Yeah.
also this one, the orange sauce. That's
Huh.
too much.
I've never had that.
If you go to like a certain taco stand, there's like the orange one, and that's
Oh.
habanero,
Oh, yeah,
and
no, that's too much. That'll
that's
fuck
too
you up.
much. Green is
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I had I'm not a big taco person, but I had the best tacos of my life. I'm very extreme today. Best burrito and best tacos of my life.
Yeah, this is the
Best
best stuff.
best taco was at Hermosillo in Highland Park on York Boulevard. Have you been there?
Mm-mm.
It's a
This is
great spot.
is it like a restaurant?
It's like it's a bar. It's a bar, and they
Okay.
have a back patio area, and it's like their dogs and like people. It's like very young, fresh, nice vibes. The bar
Huh.
has like a bunch of brews like on tap. I don't drink beer, but they have that. And their tacos, their carnitas tacos, oh my gosh. Fucking
Really?
phenomenal.
Do they put
And
pineapple?
no
Oh wait, that's Al
pineapple.
Pastor. That's Al Pastor. That's Al Pastor. Yeah.
No pineapple.
Yeah.
They give you this green salsa, and it's excellent.
Oh, it's killer.
It's
No wait, Al Pastor. Have you ever had Al Pastor?
I think so, but I don't think I had it with fucking pineapples.
They chop it up at the. It's at the top of the
Oh,
rotisserie, and they
yeah.
chop it off and they put it on there, and it's pineapple. It's so good. It's so
Really?
good.
So
Yeah.
you like savory pineapple situation.
No, not the pizza shit.
Oh, okay,
And I don't
okay,
even
because
think it's political.
that's madness. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm not
can't
gonna
do
get
that.
political. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want
yeah.
to divide the viewers.
But I have had pineapple in a salsa once, and it was not bad.
Oh yeah, yeah, pineapple salsa that works. There's like
That
mango
works.
salsa.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's okay. Somehow.
Is this K drama salsa talk?
Yeah.
What inspired the name K drama?
Because I talk about Korean dramas in my monologue, like the opening monologue, which lasts from anywhere between 5 to like 20 minutes in the
Yeah,
opening. And then I have like a guest and we just talk about whatever. And
yeah.
then, and that's it.
Well, what movies were you talking about in your monologue?
What shows? I talked
Yeah.
about like all the ones that are popular and on Netflix, like Squid.
Okay. Okay.
I talk about Squid Game.
Did you
Um,
like that movie, or did you like that TV show?
I liked it a lot. Yeah, I thought it was really good.
I thought about it, and it's a lot like Saw,
Oh, really? Yeah, it is.
because like,
Yeah, they ask, "Would you like to play a game?"
would you like to play a game,
And they torture you.
and
Yeah.
then the guys that they get into the game are like these degenerate people, and
Ah,
then it's all about morals
yeah,
over money, and
yeah.
then at the end of it all, it's the some old guy that
Mm,
you didn't expect but was in it the whole
really?
time.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's like
because in
it's
Saw,
identical. Oh.
it's close. It's like similar. The
Well,
idea.
you also have that with like
There's
Hunger
a lot of shit like
Games.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Right.
like it's called gamification genre. It's a genre of that's called gamification, and then they apply it to like money and morals, and it's a tool that's used because it's engaging. Like the stakes are
Yeah.
high and you want to know what the hell's going on. But I was really impressed by like the art direction in Squid Game. I was impressed by their soundtrack. I thought their music and sound design was really good. All the actors who are in there are like pretty well known. Like the guy Lee Jung-jae, he's like very very popular, like from the late
They were
'80s,
great.
early
It was
90s.
entertaining, that's for sure.
It was super entertaining. And the guy who made it, he's a filmmaker. He's known for being a very talented filmmaker. And this was supposed to be a film, but then South Korea and Netflix made a big deal where like Netflix was buying a shit ton of content, and then Netflix
Hmm.
was like, "Can you just turn all your movies into TV shows?" Because Netflix likes TV. And then all these Korean filmmakers are now becoming showrunners out of the necessity of Netflix's demands. So that's happened a lot. Like there's another show called The Silent Sea, which is like it's not that great, but it's on Netflix. It has a big star cast, and that was supposed to be a film. And then when
And
I'm
what's
watching
that
it,
one about?
it's like okay, the Earth ran out of water, so they have to go to the moon where they have water there.
No.
And they have to figure out how to bring that water back. But there are all these fucking issues with the water and people are dying, blah, blah, blah. So it's like sci
Okay.
fi, like,
Got
dystopia
it.
kind of shit. And it should have been a movie. It should have been a 90-minute movie, but they stretched it out into this 320
Hmm.
minute TV show. And it's no good. It sucks, you know?
No bueno.
No bueno, man. But
The bread
that's
stuff,
happening. Hmm.
now my question is, do you like that all these Korean people are making amazing work of film and TV? Do you like that?
Yeah, what's not to like? I mean, I'm like impartial. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
That's their
Yeah.
business. Good for them.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
I like
no.
watching fun content. I like watching entertaining content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just had to ask a question like that. I wanted to ask
Yeah.
it very provocatively. You like that?
Do you like Are you into it?
Yeah, I want to be one of those news reporters that just ask horrible questions. Do you like that Koreans are actually finally getting a shine in Hollywood? Yeah, do you like that?
How does that make you
This-
feel? Does it trigger some nationalistic agenda in you? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, but like, I definitely think that the one director that made Host,
Mhm. Bong Joon-ho?
Parasite,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, those movies are crazy good.
Yeah. You like him, huh?
I like the Host. The Host one was crazy. That
He's a
was
good
so
movie.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a
I
weird
don't know if a lot
filmmaker.
of people
I like
saw
him.
that one. That was like one of the first movies that I
A lot of
heard of.
people saw that one. That was like the one film that made Korean cinema more mainstream in the United States. Like
Right.
people like knew about Korean films before that, and they would go to like Cannes and like these other festivals. But then the Host was like the one that made mainstream popular like had mainstream popularity in the United States, and then Bong Joon-ho started to get more recognition and attention. The Host, yeah, it was at New York Film Festival. It was at like a lot of like prestigious film festivals. And then Bong Joon-ho was the first filmmaker ever to get a Netflix movie. Like Netflix had never made like their own films before, and then Bong Joon-ho was the one who made the very first one called Okja, which he made with Miramax when the
Really?
Weinsteins were still a thing. Yeah, this was years ago. And then at Cannes, when Okja was premiering at Cannes, everybody at Cannes was really mad because they were like, a Netflix movie should not be at Cannes because a movie should be in cinemas on the big
Yeah.
screen. And there was like all this
Right.
fucking drama over that shit.
Elitism.
It is weird. Like, people are fucking weird. French people are weird.
I was gonna say that it's weird enough that there's an S
Mm.
in can. It's not cans. Are you saying it right?
It's can. Gan.
Are you
Gan.
are you sure? I think it's cans because there's
No,
an S there.
it's
Is there?
gan.
But is there not an S in
There is an
cans?
S in the spelling.
There's an S
Yes.
in cans.
It's
Cans.
the city of
Cannes
France.
Festival. The
City of
Cannes Festival. The Cannes
Gan.
Film Festival.
Gan is in
Mhm.
France, and Gan is how it's pronounced. In French, you do not pronounce the S in Gan.
There's
Some
S words. Is
some
there not an S?
some Americans will also say con, and it's like, what the fuck are you saying? It's not con, it's
I did say
can.
that for I
It's
did say that for a while, but I do
can.
believe it's cans, and we could you could pull up a
It
clip or
is
something.
it is not
Later.
cans, but I'm not going to argue with you. You can say it however you please, because
I like to mansplain the stupid
yeah,
ideas that
because
I have.
we don't live in France where people have all this fucking argument and debate over what is and what it isn't. It's America, and you can say whatever you please. Let me ask you this: what did you think of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the
Oh my
Oscars last
god,
night?
topical stuff. Yeah, let's oh my god, I don't even care about that, dude. Like that.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
the
true.
night I was like just going around and talking to people, and everyone was like talking, not even talking to people, like hearing people talk about
Yeah.
it. It's
Mm,
like triggering me. And then I was watching it at the bar at the Improv,
yeah.
and then I was like, I didn't know that happened. I just
Yeah.
saw him like win the award, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. Who gives a
Yeah.
fuck?
Right.
I actually thought Denzel Washington should have won for Macbeth because that was a dope movie. I mean, he shouldn't win Best
Yeah.
Actor, but that movie was dope. Like the
Uh-huh.
set design. Anyways,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking, I said, oh yeah, that's a dope. He was really good, and someone behind me was like, oh yeah, but R. Kelly's R. Kelly's a horrible person too. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And they're like, are you talking about Will Smith? And I was like, no, I was talking about Denzel Washington. And they're like, oh yeah, but Will Smith is not comparable to R. Kelly, but he's pretty bad. I'm like, what are you talking about? And they were like, oh,
Yeah.
Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. And then I kind of was like, oh, well, that was weird. And I looked at the video, and then I was like, oh, he like kind of like punched him, right? Like it's almost like a
It
punch
was a
almost.
really
It was like an
intense
open
slap.
hand slap.
It was
But
really
but the
intense.
but I hate that I hate those events that people like
I
over
know.
all talk about it.
I
I hate those.
know.
I like
It
events that I
Yeah.
don't know about and then
Oh,
people talk about.
similar to the memes that you like, which are
Yes,
obscure ones that
exactly.
nobody's seen. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
The
And so like, I told a
counterculture shit.
couple different groups of people
Mm,
that if you guys start talking about this shit, I'm gonna start looking at my phone.
mm.
Like I'm gonna like just leave the conversation
And is that
because
what
I don't know.
happened? Yeah.
Yes, because they kept talking about it. Because everybody wanted to talk about Chris
I
Rock.
know
I'm
they
like, dude,
couldn't
I'm
stop. Like, I was at Liquid Zoo last night. I didn't watch the Oscars. I didn't know anything about it. And then when I'm at the bar talking to Wendy, Ryan Talma comes up and he's like talking about this. I was like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Will Smith slap people? What are you talking about?" And
yeah.
then we looked at the video, and then I was like, "Oh my god, this is so horrible and awkward." And then I was like, "Okay."
No,
And then Talmo could not stop talking about it. He kept coming back and like saying more, and we're like, "All right, like I'm gonna go home and get tacos now." But
yeah, and get green salsa.
and get yeah, I got shit ton of green salsa. But like I think it's just I don't know. It is kind of shocking just from a comedian standpoint, only because Will Smith essentially heckling. Essentially, it's a heckle, but it's violent, right? And that's,
Yeah.
I guess that's why it's like, whoa, it's a little
I'm gonna
shocking.
start
But
looking at my phone right now. I'm gonna start looking.
but but but
I want to hear this.
what was fun was, I was on Twitter and then just reading like Sam Morrell and like Mark Normand, like their tweets
Dude,
about
Mark
it.
Norman is my favorite on Twitter.
So funny. I was like
He's always jokes with this guy.
dying laughing. And he's good. He's like a really, really good joke
Yeah, they're
writer.
really funny jokes.
I was dying. Like his riff on that shit was gold.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
I know there was like a tweet. He said the Ukraine is sending help to the Oscars. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly. Like, I don't care, but
yeah, yeah,
I do like the conversation. I don't care about those two.
yeah.
Most of all, I don't care about Will Smith.
Right.
You
Yeah, yeah.
know,
Exactly. Who
but like,
cares?
I care about the question of should violence ever come from verbal altercations?
I
Because that
agree.
shit has that happened. Because that's happened to me. Like I
Really?
remember, yeah, I was on stage once, and there was like these girls that were having like a birthday party or something. Because one of them was wearing like a tiara. It was at the
Yeah.
bar that's across the Hollywood Hotel, but anyway, it was a bar show,
Yeah.
and the Lotus Lounge, I think, is what it was
Okay.
called.
Okay.
And so like they're sitting up there, and like I was just making fun of them, like like calling them like Starbucks queens or something like that. And they got really one of the girl got really pissed off,
Uh-huh.
and then she came to the stage and to the point where she almost like tried to like hit me, and the mic hit my. I remember the mic hitting my teeth. Like I was like,
Oh,
oh, and then
yeah.
like the bar and the owner, like everyone got pissed at me.
Oh,
Yeah, and I remember like me and another comic were like laughing at the whole thing. We're like, "Fuck this, dude," and we just left.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So I mean, like, I don't know, like that's fucking funny to me, but it's like, oh my god, people are so easily broken mentally.
Mm,
Like, how like mentally weak are you to
yeah.
like your body goes into shock and you want to like fight someone,
Go and
so
punch
that's
someone,
my thing
slam.
about the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think, I mean, we're comedians, you know? Like
Even if we weren't comedians, like, dude, if someone says something, like,
mm,
why do I need to like fight that person? Maybe, and I'm saying this because maybe I'm weak and I'm not a fighter. Like, if I was
mhm,
a fighter, I
mhm,
don't know. I don't
mhm.
feel that pride. I don't feel that need to like fight anyone for
Right.
words.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's weird.
No, I agree. I mean, ultimately, I don't think like violence is the answer in any situation. But
Mm,
yeah, like as comedians, it's partially our job to make fun of people. Like all of us do it. All of us like roast audience members when they're sitting up close. We roast one another regularly. And sometimes like I'm in a more sensitive spot than other days. And but ultimately I'm like, well, like if I wasn't feeling so sensitive today, like I wouldn't have cared. And it's just they're just words. And is it coming out of like hatred? No, like comics are always coming from a place of jest and
mhm.
love
Yeah.
and ultimately to make other people laugh. So if you can't take it, then just don't laugh. That's in
Yeah.
fact the most offensive thing for us. It's more hurtful to us if you don't laugh
Oh,
than when you
definitely.
come and slap us. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because when Chris Rock got slapped, he was like, "Oh shit!" He just slapped the shit out of me. But when
And this is great. Yeah.
when Will Smith started screaming at him, and then the whole place got silent, that's when Chris
Yeah.
Rock looked nervous. That's
The
when
whole thing
Chris
was
Rock
really
was
fun.
like, "Whoa, yeah, 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 yeah."
Yeah. I thought,
But
oh yeah, because like, he talks about this part of the whole thing. But my favorite part of the whole thing is like when Chris Rock was trying to talk after,
I
and he like, mumbled, and he like, "Yeah, man, all right." That was like the best part about it all. But
oh,
dude, I'm gonna say for the record, you did that to me when we first ever met. I
what did I
remember
do? What?
He's like, okay, so we were at that one of these open mics that's like outdoors during the lockdown.
Yeah,
And then I remember like talking to someone behind you and
yeah,
like roasting them,
yeah, yeah,
and you were
yeah,
in front of them,
yeah.
and then you thought I was like roasting you, I think, because you
Oh,
were
okay.
like, because
Yeah.
you were not laughing at, and I wasn't, you know what, I'll give it to you. I wasn't that funny that day, but you were like not laughing, and that
Yeah.
offended me so much. When you were not laughing, I was like,
Oh,
all right,
was
all
this in
right,
like Culver City-ish area
yes, I think so.
by
I'm just gonna
the
say
baseball bleachers?
it was by the baseball bleachers. It was one of
Yeah,
those outdoor.
I was
Yeah,
not in like nobody was making me laugh that day.
I
Nobody.
know.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, you're right. And then I was like, oh damn, I'm dying. Like that. You're right. When someone doesn't laugh, it's like the most offensive thing. That's like, oh damn, this
Yeah,
hurts.
yeah. Because it's like that's the choice that you have as an audience member. You either laugh or you don't, and if you don't, then that
Right.
hurts our feelings. Like, just know that that's the most powerful thing. Will Smith could
And
have
then
literally sat there and just not laughed. Jada Pinkett Smith did that. She just rolled her eyes at the joke.
yeah.
She didn't laugh.
No, I was just saying like he won the award.
I
Like,
know.
dude, you won.
I
Why'd you need to do anything? Like you could have won, and then that's like the
I
salt. I
know.
don't even. No one even. It was
I
such a light joke too. I was like,
It
what
was
the fuck are you talking?
so banal.
And
It
GI
was
Jane is a great movie. I would,
yeah.
I would love to be in GI Jane too.
Yeah.
You know,
Demi Moore was actually really hot as a bald woman in that fucking
yeah.
movie.
Doing
I
push-ups in the rain.
Yeah. When she tells the guy to suck her dick, I was just like, yeah, this
Yeah,
is, this is a powerful film. I Again, it's just I think Will Smith got out of hand, but whatever. We don't need to talk about him anymore
this
because
is
you're so
exactly
funny.
what happened last night. I was like, I'm not going to talk about this, and then we started talking. People started talking about because it's hard not to. It's hard not to,
It's hard
but
not
it's
to because it was really shocking for everybody. It was pretty shocking what went down.
and then not for everybody, but for us specifically, comics. Hear about this for the next 2 weeks, and
Chris Rock
yeah,
is a hero to us, and he got slapped at the Oscars.
I love it. Because you say that in the most victim way. Like, we're comics, we're not victims. Like, because Chris Rock is our hero and we stand by him. That's what you're doing right now. And you know what? It's not needed. We don't need the feeling.
You're right.
But no,
I don't
because
even
he's going to have
I don't even
kids.
love Chris Rock that much. Like, I think he's an amazing comedian and I respect him.
He is.
He's not my favorite though. Okay. Whatever.
He's top 2 for me for sure. He's really good.
He's a
Like the
really good
special that he
comic.
did, I love his energy. When people say like, "Oh, I love their energy," I'm like, "Nah." Chris Rock when he's with his early stuff, I love that shit.
I'm
Maybe
impressed at how he
Black
could
is better.
keep it up at that decibel the whole time. Like, I
Yeah,
have
it's
to
really
do like crunches and build endurance and eat a protein bar and shit like that before if I need to bring that kind of energy. Because I'm also very like muted when I'm on stage too, So
yeah.
um
No, there's like a YouTube. There's a YouTube video of like Jim Carrey, like how he prepped up before doing stand up, and he would
mhm.
like do like splits and just like go on his back super fast, crazy stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, I get it. I see the need for it sometimes because
daily routine.
we work at night and anyway, I do this at the end of all of my podcast episodes where I ask you a bunch of questions based on a specific Korean drama, and you just answer like, what would you do if you were this person in this situation? Okay. So
Okay,
the show I'm going to talk about is called Lovers in Paris. It came out in the early 2000s, and it was
where
very
they pronounce it
popular.
cans. Wait,
Huh?
they
What?
pronounce cans in Paris.
It's
They pronounce it cans. But yeah,
even in France, they don't pronounce it Paris. They say Paris. They don't pronounce the S. So it's just a
fucking
thing.
crazy.
It's
I believe you, but I can't believe it.
okay, okay,
It's so
okay.
weird. Okay, anyways.
Okay. Let's say you're a woman named Taeyong. You're living in Paris as a student. You just got fired from your part-time job as a waitress because you're always late and because you don't speak French. Also, your landlord just put all your stuff out on the street because you haven't been paying rent. You have nowhere to go. You're flat broke. What do you do?
That's so relatable because I was like a really shitty server, and I barely spoke English. I what would I do? I'd probably like start like a OnlyFans or something, you know?
Oh, okay. Sell your body.
Pictures of my body.
Okay, yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I would do. I would like go back to. I'm broke. I'm on the street. I don't have a job. Um, I'll probably start, learn how to juggle or spray paint myself in gold and work on the fucking streets.
Okay,
you know,
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
a girl or I'm a guy in this
you're a girl. You're
situation.
a lady.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sell my body.
Okay. So if you're a man, you wouldn't. You wouldn't sell your body if you were a man.
No, no.
What the fuck? Why not?
No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, wait,
I'm
wait.
gonna
Why?
sell my body. I'm gonna sell my body either way, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Because there are plenty of
Yeah.
takers for men too. You know, like
Either way, I'm gonna be sucking dick if I'm on the streets. That's what I'm saying.
okay, you're you're the same character. You're Taeyong again. You found a job as a housekeeper at a
It's
really
fucking
rich Korean
crazy.
guy's house. All right,
Okay.
and and you're pretty opinionated about how he should live his life. So you start buying like cheaper brands of coffee. You start leaving post-it notes with suggestions on what he should wear and where he should move his fish tank. You watch all of his movies. Anyway, he ultimately fires you. What do you do?
He fires me because I'm like being very like opinionated of his shit.
Hmm.
Just move on.
Oh,
Whatever, dude. That's what I would tell him. Whatever, you're gonna fire me? I'll take care of someone else's house, bro.
okay.
Peace. And by the way, I took a shit in your coffee. That's why it tasted so bad. That's what I would tell him. And
Okay,
just
good.
bounce.
All right. Okay, let's say you're the rich man now. Okay, your name is Han Ki-ju. You're the son of a car company president, and you're the CEO of this car company. And you have a very important deal to close with a French businessman and his Korean wife. But you need your former housekeeper Taeyong to come and be at your side as a wing woman and keep that wife entertained. But you fired her, and when you were firing her, you made some pretty harsh comments about her. What do you do?
Huh. I would say if you think about coming back on me on this, do you know who my dad is? He owns this company, and I'm the CEO. You're going down. That's what I would tell him. I would get like a lion in the office.
Wow. You would say this
Hmm.
to the woman that you need your
Yeah,
help from?
yeah. I'm like, you don't help me. Do you know who my dad is? I'll hire you and fire you again if you don't help me. I would be
Okay.
super toxic.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
CEOs are toxic.
Yeah, yeah. No
I
sunshine,
mean,
all
CEO
wind.
that's,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah,
Oh,
no sweet talking, all firepower.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, nobody's like, oh, our stocks are not doing so good. It's okay. Let's just take five guys. No one does that. They get up from their seats. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's say you're the lady again. You're Taeyong again. You land back in Korea because it's the anniversary of your dead father's death. And when you come home, you see that your uncle, your dad's younger brother, sold your dad's house, pawned off your dead father's film camera because your dad was a
Hmm.
filmmaker before he passed away. And your uncle left you to look after his son, your little cousin, and a mountain of debt. What do you do?
I'd be like, I go to my brother, and be like, well, guess I'm gonna be the hero now.
Your brother? You don't have a
I,
brother.
Wait, no, who's the one who sold the thing?
Your uncle.
My uncle.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm the hero now. That's how I make my family feel bad. Any family members of mine, if like they do something bad,
Yeah.
I gotta fix it now. You know?
Oh, okay. All
So I
right.
make them feel bad. I will guilt shame them.
You
Be
rise up to the
like,
challenge by guilt tripping them.
I guilt trip them by saying, "Psh, guess I gotta be the hero now."
Yeah,
I
even though you
remember
have no
doing that
plan.
to my little brother. Yeah. Because my little brother, like, they would tell him, like, oh, wait, who's gonna go get the trash out? And I'm like, "Psh, I guess I'll go be the hero. And that would make my brother do the thing that I didn't want to do.
Wow, so it's manipulation.
Hmm.
Yeah. Are you the
So I would
oldest?
do, yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
what
it's
that's what
just,
little that's what younger siblings are for anyway. Yeah.
no, it comes with the territory.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's your fault. You were born second, so you have to be the bitch. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I was the sperm that could. I was
Gross.
the little sperm. Yeah. You just, you just the freaking follow up, Doug. You know,
Okay.
you're picking after me, bro. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good.
I love you, bro.
All right.
I love
All right, all
you.
right. Let's say you're Han Kiju, the car company CEO, okay? You like this Taeyang lady, all right? You guys start dating. But
Mm.
your nephew, Suhyuk, also likes her. And he's been like a younger brother to you, all right? He's looked up to you all his life, but he always came in second, never first. He really likes Taeyang, and you can see that. What do you do?
I'd probably have like a heart to heart conversation with him,
Mm.
and then ask him a series of questions like, "What are your intentions? Let's see how big your dig is and how big mine is, and let's compare, and that's how we choose." Let me see your muscles. Let me see your muscles. Do you have muscles? Because I'll fight you right now for this. I'll slap you in the face. Yeah, I get real predatorial, like if someone's trying to move in on my girl, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I would do.
Okay. Good. Fair enough. That's a fair answer. All right, all right, all
What
right.
did he do? What did he do in the episode?
He
Did
doesn't
he
do
kill him?
anything. He doesn't do anything
Oh,
because, she has her own mind and heart and she chose him, so he doesn't need to do anything. You know
no,
what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
full
okay.
trust. Full trust. Okay, okay. Let's say you're Taeyang now. You're the lady. Your boyfriend's nephew Suyuk is obsessed with you. He keeps showing up at your house, keeps calling you. If you don't pick up the phone, he stands outside all night and waits for you. What do you do?
Call the cops immediately. This is crazy. Some people like don't call the cops, and I like to think that it's like they want the attention. It's like, dude, you're gonna
Oh.
die soon, you know? Like not just anybody. Like people like attention, right? So like when
Uh-huh.
something bad's happening, like
Yeah.
people like keep it going if they're getting attention. But dude, you gotta call cops, you know?
Mm. Yeah, it's not
So
healthy.
yeah,
Okay.
no.
All right. Okay. Let's say you're Taeyang again. You're the lady. You go to a really fancy party. It's full of really rich people, and they're all your boyfriend's friends. All right. These people like look you up and down. They're looking at how dressed down you are, and they're asking you like, "What are you
Right
doing
now,
in a?" They're like, "What are you doing in a place like this?" Yeah, yeah. You're dressed like a bum, and they're just like, what's your relationship to somebody as important as this man? And you walk out of there very embarrassed without saying anything. And now your boyfriend Kiju is yelling at you in the lobby,
fucking,
demanding to know why you didn't tell them that you're his girlfriend. What do you do?
fucking keyed you. Um, what an asshole. I think I think I would have to just go on Instagram and like I remember one time I was like feeling real down,
Uh huh.
you know, and I
Yeah.
went on YouTube
Uh huh.
and then I YouTube I'm okay, you know. And then it was just like this guy on YouTube that was like, "Hey, you're okay. Whatever happened, it's all right." So I'd probably do that if I was like embarrassed. You know what this feels like? This feels like those cell phone games that are like those fucking goosebump books. Like this happens now. If you choose this, turn to page 12. But if you choose this, turn to page 33. This I like
The
this.
Goosebumps, yeah, pick your own adventure.
Yeah, this is
I
picking my own
remember.
adventure. I like
I
this.
remember. I remember those books. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, this is just, like improv shit. Okay. All right, just a couple more and then we'll wrap up. Let's say you're that nephew,
You've been
okay?
the whole series.
Yeah,
What are you
yeah.
talking about?
I do the whole show with every episode. Yeah. It's a
That
lot of
is so.
work. That's
I
why I'm
love that.
thinking that's why I'm thinking of shutting it down because it's a lot of
Um,
work. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to fucking do this
no,
shit anymore.
this
Um
is the last episode, guys. This is it.
it's the last one, you guys. Fucking yeah.
No,
Hold on to
keep
your
doing it, dude.
hats. Yeah.
No, yeah,
Okay,
hold on.
let's say you're the nephew now. You're Suhyuk, okay? You find out that the man you call your uncle, Kiju,
Mm.
you called him your uncle your whole life. Turns out he's your brother. Your mom gave birth to him out of wedlock a long time ago, but your grandfather forced her to give up the child and call him her brother because your grandfather was ashamed of having a daughter who gave birth out of wedlock. So now you're privy to this fact that your uncle slash brother does not know. What do you do?
Yo, that's so weird for Kiju.
Yeah, and he doesn't know yet.
But only the kid knows. And
Only,
Kiju doesn't know.
yeah, yeah. The nephew knows, and the nephew and the uncle are only like 4 years apart. They're not that like they're very close, like siblings.
Sorry about so obviously someone's dying somewhere.
It's okay.
Kiju, I would have to say, yo man, that's not your sister. That's your mama. I would have to tell him. I would say,
Mm,
Kiju,
mm,
I found this out.
mm,
Your sister is actually about your mom.
mm.
And it's weird because it's not like uh oh, this person, I like this person, and then I find out that they're my cousin, you
Right,
know?
right. Yeah,
This is like, oh, this was my sister, and then this is my mother.
yeah, yeah,
It's not weird, but it's weird.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, I thought of you as my sister,
Mm-hmm.
and now you're my mother. Who
This is
wrote this
blowing.
show? Who wrote this fucking show, dude? What the fuck are they talking about? Dude, this is like worse than like the Greek tale of Opidius Rex. Like that guy found out that the girl that he's having sex with is his mother, and this one's like, "You're my sister, but you're actually my mom." That's weird,
Opidius Rex.
dude. That's the Korean Opidius Rex, dude. That's so
Opidius.
weird. Yeah,
Okay,
isn't that
it's Oedipus, but you know what?
Opidius?
It's today. It's Opidius. Today it's Cannes and Paris and Opidius Rex. It's fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's this is blowing your mind more than Kiju. Clearly,
it's
this
blowing
this
your
is
mind more than it's Opidius, and not whatever the fuck you said.
it's Oedipus. Okay, all right. Last question. Let's say you're Kiju. Okay, your
Fucking
father,
weirdo.
your your father and everyone around you is telling you to break up with Taeyang because she's poor and like she's awful. But you love her. You want to marry her. In fact, you guys got engaged, okay? But the people
Mhm.
around you keep pressuring you to break up, and your girlfriend Taeyang can't take the pressure of all the negativity around you guys anymore, and she tells you that she wants to break up with you too. What do you do?
I gotta reinstall Tinder now and just start swiping and crying, crying and swiping. That's what I would do. Get over it, you know.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She doesn't want
Rebound.
me anymore.
Yeah.
You gotta rebound,
Rebound hard.
like the great Dennis Rodman. Rebound, rebound.
Okay.
This
All right. That's it. Those are the end of the flashcard questions. Thank you, Joe.
is fun. You got to keep doing it. Don't stop.
All right.
This 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 is definitely the last episode. This is